How's it going, everyone? Today I'm with a review of a figure after a couple days of not reviewing. Not really a couple days, it's been since Friday for the upload, hopefully. And I'm here with the Hiya Toys GxK, the New Empire Exquisite Basic Shimo from the Monsterverse. This figure sure is fitting for the weather right now. Oh my god. But, that aside, let's get the box out of the way and then put the figure in so that way I can show off and do the review thing. Now here's the figure in all of its glory. It looks really good in my opinion. It is very well painted, well sculpted, well detailed. It has just a very complex paint job to even just the white scaly texture on the skin to really painted in like redishness to some of the crevices and cracks, as well as a bit of a sort of a pearlescent effect to the whiteness on the skin, or scales, I should say. It just, the blue pops really good. It's a bit of a mix of like just a shiny blue with a dark blue and a couple, just a little bit of like purplish in it too, and it just looks really, really good with it. But we're not mainly here just to look at a really good looking figure. We're here to look at an action figure, one that can articulate. And that's another reason why it's here and why I have it. It can articulate pretty well. I'll start off with the head. It can open its jaw. I'm in an awkward position right now, so it'll be a bit difficult. It does have a tongue. It does look sort of goofy sometimes with the open mouth, but position the tongue right, open the jaw, and then it can look good. It can look up this far, down this much. Put it this way so you can see better side to side. Do this much. Then oh, looks like you can go a bit further. I just didn't want it. Huh. Okay, that is a little weird. Okay, is that the same amount? Okay, it looks like it is. Okay, for a second I thought it was doing less whenever I bent it this way to Shimo's left, then to its right. The torso is also can bend this way. It has a little bit of a groove here actually, so I can make way for the spine, so you can actually do a bit more, and then you can do it a little bit to the side, just a little bit, not too much, but still a noticeable amount at least. And then the tail, not an SH Monster Arts or the 1991 figure from last week, but still a pretty good tail nonetheless. It can go down this much, it can go up this much. It has a pretty good range of motion, and I do like it for that. And then the front feet can go back this much, and then you can do a pretty good rotation. You can actually do full 360, it looks like. Not really, just barely. And it looks like it can go out, or at least it might be able to, but I don't want to break this figure, so I'm not going to try that out. You can bend it this much and straighten it out. Pretty good. And then the main figure, or the foot, can be bent in and out. And then a really cool thing about this individually articulated toes for whatever reason. For whatever reason, on the front of this figure, individually articulated fingers. I don't know why these meaty little nubs got the individually articulated treatment, but it's still cool nonetheless. I mean, I've positioned her in a way where she can flip you off. Anyway, to the back. Looks like this is about as far forward as it can go. And then as far back. Yep. I'd say one of the biggest downsides is posing a four-legged creature is much more in the different ballpark than I'm used to with two-legged creatures, so bear with me here. Okay, that's as much bend as it has. At least I think so. Yeah, as much bend as it can get. And then as straight as it can get, that much. And then really good articulation on the back feet. They can do a really good pivot. They can also rotate. There is, I believe this is a little bit of a ball joint. Hold on, let me get this in a position where it's not super dangerous to hold the figure. This does look like a bit of a segment, but it's not bending. Let me see the other side. Yeah, it looks like it's a tiny bit of a hinge joint for a little bit of ankle movement, I guess. And it has a really good range of articulation, as you can see. It's so good that you can stand it up, but you do have to get it really right. Good. Let's see. Uh-oh. And then put Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Shimo. You can do it. Boom. Well, I'm not too sure if I can get it in frame, but look, Shimo can stand. And that's a bit of a testament to how good its articulation is, and really just for this size and for this price of $60, it is not too bad of a figure, especially compared to that dog shit that Bandai released. Jesus Christ, what the fuck were they thinking? Releasing a figure with a white paint job that looks fucking basic as all hell. That is an extra $200 more expensive than this one. And it's the scales and everything, they're just a basic white. No extra detailing, no nothing. Nada. Zip. I think the scaling was a little bit, I don't know, I need to look at promo pictures again to say that, but the basic skin, that was a no-go for me. It looked like a fucking, it had a similar paint job to like kids play action figures you'd find in like Walmart and Target toy sections, not collectors action figures like these and other action figures that Tamashii Nations has released. Like, it is super unfortunate the dumbass job they did with the paint, because if not, maybe I would have considered it. If it was really well detailed like this one, I maybe would have considered it, but no. accessories, unfortunately, is nothing, which is why I went from showing off the detail to straight articulation. Yeah. The height of the figure, at least in like four-legged bipedal, not bipedal, bipedal is when it's fully stood up. Like about 6 inches and a couple centimeters tall as well. A couple extra centimeters. I'd say about 15 inches, give or take. Maybe a little longer whenever this tail's straightened out from width. Okay, let's see. Yeah, just a bit larger than 15 inches. Tiniest bit. And then the actual width, technically, for this figure is like about 3.5 inches. So yeah, let me get this posed up, and then let me bring in let me get this in some sort of pose, and then get ready to put in other action figures or other figures in my collection next to this guy, so you can see the pose, or next to this girl, since Shimo's a female, a woman. She's got to put. Okay, here she is. Let me start off with my Boa Hancock figure from One Piece. This one. Size difference there. Let's get King Kong. The actual King Kong I meant, not Kong from the Monsterverse. Although I do have him. Give me like another couple weeks and I'll definitely have a review for him out, hopefully. If my usual daily life doesn't tire me out from making videos for a while. Grab Shadow, the ultimate life form. He's very small compared to her. There's my previous review, the 1991 Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah figure. Really good figure. Also, I did have a side tangent, but I recorded this Friday's video before this one. So, because of me not wanting to do my side tangent a second time, side note about that Godzilla figure will have to be waited for in my Friday video. Although, to be fair, I had the idea to do this video as soon as I finished actually doing the editing for that video, which didn't take too long. Anyway, here's Space Godzilla. He's a big chunky ass motherfucker, yet he's still smaller than her. Goes to show how Bandai does a bit of a smaller scale for their kaiju figures compared to Hiya Toys, who bumps them up in size just a little bit on the usual 6-inch scale. And then Kiryu, the model kit one. I should get tweezers one day because I do need to. This dude did come with a shit ton of stickers. Not a shit ton, but a mini sticker sheet, and those stickers on there were tiny, to say the least. tiny as hell. I do want to apply him so I can give him his full completed look, but with just my fingers, yeah, no, that's not happening. Anyway, any other figures in my collection? Yep, there's one. Give me a second. Ooh. He's trying to fall over. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Tall ass anime girl figure. Anyway, I think that's all the figures for this video. Okay. Well, since I think that's it for the video, that'll be it. Insert goodbye, wave, and then see you in the next video, I guess. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Well, tomorrow from when I upload this. Okay, bye.